This is Mike Boilo of Lexicon Valley.
And I'm Bob Garfield. Are you one of those people who sometimes uses words?
Do you communicate or acquire information with, language?
Hey, us too. So join us on Lexicon Valley to chew over the history, culture, and many mysteries of English, plus some wisecracks.
Find us on one of those apps where people listen to podcasts.
Hi, this is Alex Kantrowitz. I'm the host of Big Technology Podcast, a longtime reporter and an on-air contributor to CNBC. And if you're like me, you're trying to figure out how artificial intelligence is changing the business world and our lives. So each week on Big Technology, I bring on key actors from companies building AI tech and outsiders trying to influence it, asking where this is all going. They come from places like NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon, and plenty more. So if you want to be smart with your wallet, your career choices, in meetings with your colleagues, and at dinner parties, listen to Big Technology Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a real-life medium? Then this is the podcast for you. In this show, you'll learn how to open your heart to spirit, hear adventures I've experienced as an award-winning psychic medium and teacher. Plus, I'm going to give you some psychic information and insight into what the future holds for our increasingly crazy world. Tune in every Friday and get ready to connect to the other side. I'm Jen, and I'll be your guide starting right now. Hello from Mushie Messages with Jen. So I was looking at my podcast history. You can obviously hear this on Apple iTunes and Spotify, and maybe you found another platform I don't know my podcast is on, but thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you guys listening to me ramble on. And I saw that I was only doing monthly. Now they're calling it a monthly podcast. So that's not what I want. That's not what I want. I want this to be a weekly podcast. So get your shit together, Jen. Get your shit together. And I will tell you, I have taken a 6-week hiatus from microdosing mushroom psilocybin. Go check out if you want to know what microdosing is. You have heard about me talk about this multiple times on the podcast. And I'm a big advocate for learning about yourself, understanding who you are, understanding why do you do the things you do? Why are things not going right in your life? That's where we're going with this today. So I have some updates. Let me give you some updates before I get into the mushroom messages for you. Mushroom Messages with Jen. Okay, so I am retired from online readings. I officially retired. That's what you missed. Here's what you missed on the Singing Medium podcast. Jen retired from online readings. Still doing them in person at Moonflowers in Beaverton, Ontario, Canada. And also, I have let go of my year ahead readings. Poof, gone. So hopefully you got your year ahead reading, email reading, because those were super popular. And all of a sudden, bam, they're not, because that means it's time to let them go. I'm a very big spirit-led human being. Not working, it's gone. Not working, it's gone. This is what I do. So those are gone. So I've let go of 2 things that were feeling kind of heavy to make space for awesomeness, to make space for sparkly doodah. And I don't know what sparkly doodah is. For more sparkle in my life, for things that light me up. That's code for lighting you up. What lights you up? And the best way to get to the path of what lights you up is to actually let go of what does not light you up. So this seems very logical, does it not? But we as humans have a very hard time with this concept. You must let go. This has been a lesson since I quit my job. You have to let go of what feels heavy in order to make room, because it's energy. You have to make room for what feels light and happy and sparkly. Life is too dang short to do things that are bleh. They're too bleh. If it's like a bleh, you get up in the morning, you're like, I gotta do bleh, 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 bleh. It's time to let it go. And before you tell me, well, then I need to make money. There are a bajillion ways for you to generate income. Prosperity, abundance, postulation, okay? A billion ways, a bajillion ways. And I'm not going to get into you have to trust the universe, yada, yada. Yes, that is part of it. But what is the dealio with doing crap we don't want to do anymore? And anyways, here's the path. So right now many of us are in a path of expansion. We're always expanding, but there's like The universe is putting us in this pressure cooker to let go of things because it's ego based and we're afraid to let things that are comfortable go, to put us in this pressure cooker to say, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough. How many times does the universe have to bang us over the head before we go, okay, fine, I'm not going to do it anymore? Because we're worried about money and we're worried about how people are going to perceive us and all these silly things. So when we die, we're going to go, why did I care that much? Why did I care that much? So do whatever makes you happy. Okay. So I've done this and I have reestablished what my dream is. Now I have a new goal set for myself. Whereas before in limbo, I didn't have a goal. Now I've got my goal reset. So as soon as I let go of the heavy things and make room for the expansion and the dreams, you can start to see movement. You'll start to see movement. You'll be like, oh my God, is this really happening? And then you'll freak yourself out and you'll be like, oh God, what am I doing? I should go back to the comfortable thing. And then you go back to the comfortable thing because it's safe for you. And then you go, why am I doing this? It's kind of like you have this relationship and it was awesome in the beginning and you loved it so much. And then over time you start to feel like, I just feel like it's outgrown. I've outgrown this relationship, this person. I just need to let them go, but I'm afraid to because I'm going to hurt their feelings. Or maybe there's no one better for me. But this is how you stay in this cycle of stuckness, right? So this is and if you're listening to this is what you need to do. Okay, this is your sign. Let go of the stuckness and make room for the movement. God, I'm so wise today. Let me see. So, also want to talk about mediums and cards doing readings. Mediums and cards doing readings is something that I came up with and a concept I came up with, inspired by Spirit, of course, in 2019. And I would do these readings in the cars with another medium, and we would do readings for people who got in the back seat, kind of like Thomas John does cab cars. I don't know what it's called. So it's really fun. So I'm driving around now in my Jeep again, and I'm doing readings for people in the back seat. And it's been super fun so far. So go watch on TikTok, The Singing Medium. Also, I've kind of streamlined who I am in the public eye. So Singing Medium podcast, Singing Medium Facebook page, Mediums and Cars doing readings, The Singing Medium, TikTok Singing Medium. And so I've now integrated my Instagram back to Singing Medium. So we're all in one cohesive line here. Okay. So it's easy to find me. So that's being done, and that is really, really fun. I'm going to be picking up some strangers and some former clients that have been with me at the beginning and do readings for them. Haven't done readings for them in forever. And some people are complete strangers. And I'm so grateful people want to get in the Jeep with me. And everyone's really excited about this. And I just want to explain, I don't know why I'm explaining this, but I feel like I need to explain this. Is that I cannot stress enough. You might not be like this, but this is how I am. This is how I live my life. If something feels off, I let it go. Okay. If something feels like it's not feeling lined up, it's not feeling that it's the right time for something, I will change it. That includes if you have something booked with me and it's not the right timing, bam, we move things around. This is just how I work. And I know it can be annoying sometimes and you want to make plans and this is just how it goes. It feels like it has to be divine timing and it has to feel great. It has to feel great to me and it has to feel exciting to me. Okay. I just want to explain that to you. I don't know why I shared that with you, but I need to understand this is how I operate. And I understand now, I get it now that people don't always operate the same way that I do. People do not make decisions the way that I do. This is how I choose to live my life. And I'm telling you, if you could give things up, you live your life like this, things will completely change for you. Just saying. So there's that. And now let's do messages from the mushrooms. Shall we? Okay. So what I want to explain about mushrooms again is that it's a teacher. Okay. So it's a master teacher. The consciousness of the plant is a master teacher and here to teach you something. So I don't do some microdosing so I can just be this crazy person who rambles on. I do this so I can learn things about myself and the world and who I am in this world and what I actually am. I actually had this question in a psychic reading the other day from this man who had a reading with me. And he says, okay, I don't know if you can answer this, but he goes, who am I? And I'm like, whoa, why don't you just ask me the big questions? Why don't you? So went to you have to from a soul perspective, who am I as a soul from the soul on the inside? Who am I on the inside? Okay. And so I was lying there and some things were going on in our house or whatever. And I'm lying there and I'm just lying down and I'm like, Wow. And you can probably relate to this as well. Listening to this, you're going to go, holy crap, Jen. I didn't realize the capacity of how much I like to control things. Yeah, I just said that out loud. And maybe this is something that you don't realize to the depths of your trying to do this. So an example that I realized would be Chad, wanted to do some overtime on the weekend when he has 2 weeks off. So that's not a big deal, right? He want to do overtime. He likes to have extra money. But I flipped out. But I knew the whole time I was flipping out about this decision he made had nothing to do with him going for overtime. It's like this thing that happened 20 years ago, and this thing, and this is how I felt 15 years ago. And this is all of those things were triggered by this one thing he made a decision to do, which he couldn't understand why I was upset about. Okay. So I tried to control that. I go in cycles. I'm like, do whatever everyone wants, let go, surrender. And then I get in my head and I'm like, I must steer the ship. I must steer the car this way, even though this path could be better and more fun. But no, let's go the bumpy, hard way. Why don't we? And I'm sure you understand this. If you get super honest with yourself, like I'm doing right now. And, I was like, oh my God, I'm trying to control everything. I'm trying to control, not everything. I'm trying to control my business. Even though I think this is what happens when you let go of something that is very familiar to you. Your ego has a freaking heyday and has a temper tantrum, which I think is what is happening to me right now. I let go of things that were very comfortable to me that everyone knows that I do. People are like, oh, you're going to come back, Jen. You retired before, Jen. You'll do $99 again. No. If I do, come and hit me and punch me. Because it just means I'm going backwards and I want to go forward. And I want you to come with me. And that's what's going on. I'm like, my ego's having a heyday. Because I know that this expansion, this new thing that I'm trying to manifest into my life where I want to, come to fruition and all my goals and dreams to come true, I had to let go of these things. So now I'm extra controlly. Because I'm afraid. Like we are all afraid. We are all afraid to let go of something comfortable, but because we can't see the even way better thing for us. And also, here's a message from the mushroom is that you are perfect just the way you are. You are so much perfection that if you saw what you really look like in God's eye and the universe's visual, you would cry how perfect you are. We're always trying to improve ourselves, but you are absolutely perfect just the way you are. If anyone is telling you anything different, it's not real. They don't know. They can't see you. They can't see that light that you are inside that body of yours. You are perfect the way you are. You are beyond perfect. Anyways, getting back to my story, controlling things. I'm controlling my business. I'm trying to control who pays me when. I'm trying to control how many people sign up. I'm noticing that there's only so many likes, and I wish there was more likes, and I wish people would, push me out more. And all these TikTok doesn't put holy mamas, holy yayas. No, that's enough. So I feel like right now I'm hitting the brakes here. Hit a wall. You're going to keep hitting walls. The more you try this, you hit a wall every time. So whenever you want to do something bigger for yourself, if you want something bigger for yourself, you must let go of the thing. And that is terrifying, not to your soul. It is terrifying to your ego mind. It is the worst nightmare for your ego mind. Okay? I did not, there was surrender, just surrender. And I'm like, I can't, it's literally not safe for me to surrender right now. It's like I'm in fight or flight. I'm trying to keep scramble. I'm trying to pick up all the pieces of this seemingly mess I left behind. Oh my God. But I know, but the cool part is I have no doubt that everything that I'm trying to manifest or the goal that I want for myself is starting to work. It is starting to have movement. I feel it. It's really slow, but our goals are starting to have movement when we let go of the things that keep us small and safe and warm. I'm going to let you have a moment to let that sink in. Take a deep breath with me. Woo wee. Oh my goodness. Holy chachas. Like that's huge. And we know this. We all have this wisdom. And I'm not telling you anything new. I'm just here to remind you of something way better is available to you, and it wants to move, but it can't move. It can't move without you letting go of something first that you no longer wish to do. I promise you. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I can't, like, you forget, like, what happens when you let go of something that you're used to doing so that you can make space for something that you want that is more expansive and more fulfilling, and your goals and your entire dream. Your dream, and you're hanging on to that tiny little thing that makes you go blah in the morning. Okay? Trust me, I promise you, if you let go of the thing, you're going to have your dreams. It's going to start to make movement toward your dream. Okay? So that is a very important message that is needed to be shared with you all. I'm letting go of control of how many people listen to this podcast, because sometimes I get caught up and I'm like, oh my God, Jen, 56 people listen to this episode. Why are you doing this podcast? And I get caught up in the why. Why am I doing this? What is the point? I'll get negative. What's the point? But then I have people saying, where's your podcast? Where's your podcast? You need to do your podcast. And I'm like, okay. But if 56 people were in a room and they were all listening to me talk and share something, and I helped one of those 56 people, that is pretty awesome, wouldn't you say? All right, we're going to stop the messages from the mushroom here. I hope this was helpful to you. Thank God for you. You are perfect the way you are, and I'm so grateful that you are here. I can't, like, this just like push out my heart for you. Boom, boom, boom. I hope you receive that. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Singing Medium Podcast. Go follow me on all the socials. Go and follow me on TikTok. I'm almost at 100. Why do I care? I don't know. I just want to help people. My goal is to be out there so I can help more people. I feel like I can't help. I feel like I'm limited in my helpfulness, and I just need to let go of control of that. So let's let all that go of control. 1, 2, 3.